So, it all comes down to this. How did it all started? Well, I will tell you a tale. A tale that is told over the years, and now I'm telling it here. It all started simply in 8th grade. It was the end of the year. Everybody in the group was doing content for their social media platforms, up to including me. Now, back then, my personality was not that great. It was actually kind of bad. And it was completely, it's all because I had a large ego during that time. All because I was getting cheered on for this one thing that I did in 7th grade. So in 7th grade, I was in band, and we were playing some pep tunes, just doing some stuff. We were gonna go do a parade, but it rained, so our teacher to make up for that, we performed for our school. And there's this one song, Paint It Black. There was this drum fill that was really cool. It was a headbanger, so I headbanged. Nothing spectacular, just a small little thing. A lot of the kids in there seemed to enjoy it, or something like that. I don't even know. One day, there was this person that came up to me and asked if I could headbang for the school. They were gonna inform people and whatnot, and yeah. So I literally, when we played that song, when that drum part came in, I headbanged for the whole school, and that I was pretty much famous, quote unquote famous, at the time. I signed my first autograph, and that was that, and that really boosted my ego a lot, to the point where my personality was not that great and whatnot. So back to the story, however, it was the last day of school. I had this idea to record a video with me and all my friends, which, by the way, most of them do have a YouTube channel. It was huge, it was just a simple video, but what made it great was the fact that my friends thought it would be funny to literally take my phone and try to have me chase them around while they create content. Now, if they didn't do that, I think the last day of school royale won't be as iconic as it was today, or something like that. It was a huge lineup, starting with, of course, me, the main Brody, backup goalie 69, Mineclasher8. At the time, he was known as Prolings, but he changed his name to Mind-Blowing Hog later on. And then we got, at the time, he was known as Boom 3016, but now he changes to J-Don. And there was also one that kept changing his name. His YouTube channel was called Mafia at the time. But I don't even know his channel exists anymore. I don't even know if he does anything. I don't even know what happened. It's somewhere. His channel is somewhere out there. So, yeah. And it's not just the YouTubers that were in there. There was also, it's just most of our friends. Of course, we got Evan, Lasario was in the video, Tristan, both the Emmerichs, Caden and Logan, and then we also got Judah. Like, it was honestly like huge at the time, and I was having a lot of fun, you know, just recording, like making content with it. And there was like also like in the video there was like a little like it wasn't actually a serious competition, but it was like between both of my friends, Mind-Blowing Hog and Mineclasher8. They'll edit like the video, and I was gonna choose between the two of them. Mind-Blowing Hog kind of just let Nathan edit the video, which there's two versions. The first version, I needed to like have it out at a certain time, and my schedule and his schedule weren't they weren't interconnecting very well, and he had some technical issues on his end, so I released it. The original version of the video was over, I believe, 41 minutes of just raw footage. This was like before I learned how to edit, and so it was like really uncut, and I had like there was like different versions of the video. The current version I considered like the actual version is the remastered one, where I edited where how I want it to be. So there was another lengthier version of the video where I had to blur one of my friends because I didn't know that they didn't want their face to be shown, and I felt bad, so I had to go in, blur his face and whatnot, and I had to like do the same with version 2 of the video, which was made by Mineclasher8, which that's where the whole tradition of different versions of the video came around and kind of continued through now, in a sense. And I think both versions of the video have like around 100 views or so, like, which gathered like over the course of several years. I think it was like 5 years since the first Last Day of School Royale came out, I do believe. I can't remember. Yeah, 5 years, because it came out around like May, and so anyways, the videos were big, you know, and I had a generalized thought that we could do another one, you know, because the collaboration was big. There was like at least 4 different YouTubers or content creators, I should say, because, well, I mean, of course, Matthew, aka Backup Goalie 69, that was his TikTok, and everyone else is just YouTube. But, you know, I mean, it is what it is, you know, it's just, but it was like, not just like the content creators, but it was also just our friends, you know. The lineup was, you know, it was pretty big, and both my editing style and Nathan's editing style for both versions is like widely unique, and so I've figured getting a sequel pretty much in the works. Not exactly in the works, just pretty much just record on the last day of school, which there were a couple of things. It was going into high school and whatnot. So the sequel is now like in mind and ready to go. It was going to be bigger than the first one. However, going into high school, it was a challenge in itself, due to, as I stated earlier, my personality being garbage. So it was really hard to make the sequel, but it wasn't always like that at the start.
Trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. Never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. Always words I don't just say, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you.